The defending champions at Hamilton Boys High School, they will start in lane 3. St Bede's College, who have won this just once back in 1991, are the school from the south that come in with the form. Second ever winners Sacred Heart will start in lane 1. They won it in 1948. Westlake Boys High School will start in lane 2. They've won it on 3 occasions. Hamilton, well, 11-time winners, the defending champions. They won it last year. Next to them will be King's College, who have won it on 3 occasions. St Bede's College, just the one victory, 1991. Can they make it 2? Christchurch Boys High School, just the one win back in 2019. Christ College, 13-time winners. They won it in 2021. The big story, the great story, the small Catholic school out of Auckland, St Peter's College, in their first ever Maadi Cup final. They will start in lane 8. Settle back, folks. Enjoy all of this one. This is what it's been culminating. This is affectionately known as the Great Race. Let's talk about Hamilton Boys because they focus purely on this. They don't mind losing little battles to win the war. We've seen them pull boats in the 4s and stuff out of finals to keep their powder dry. When you look at St Bede's, their crew, they've had a busier campaign. Is that going to work against St Bede's? Is it going to favour Hamilton Boys?
At this level, it's got to. When you're a bit younger, you can afford to have a few more races and get up and constantly get up for these finals. But when it comes to under 18, these boys put their bodies on the line more than any other age group. So it's really tough to be backing those up when you're pushing yourself beyond those physiological limits.
Great to see King's College there in 4 winners back in 53, 59 and 60. The big red sled though, lane 3, the defending champions. The 11-time winners looking to make it 12. The local school set for a start in the Great Race. The 76th edition of the Maadi Cup is moments away. We are underway. Settle back, folks. 2,000 metres, 1,500 metres of hope, 500 metres of truth, and immediately a fairly even start. Good start coming in lane 5 from St Bede's College, deciding to get out early. Also across there, the red bow you can just see lifting out of the water of Hamilton Boys High School, and then right across the far side, Westlake Boys in lane 3, also deciding to be aggressive. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. It is game on.
Yeah, the St Bede's boys have been going against the Avon senior squad all season long. They raced hard at nationals, so tough racing in the 8, and backing up these races isn't anything new. It's just whether or not they've done enough recovery to come back and really perform at their best. But turning out well as the Red Swans having a flying start out there in the inside. Westlake Boys High School closely levelled out by the black and white there right in front of you in the Impacker boat. Christ College.
Well, interesting, isn't it? We've seen Hamilton Boys High School being a little bit conservative, as we are from St Bede's. It's almost like they're marking each other. It's almost just like saying, we'll go when they go. So, interesting that the two favourites been just a little bit more conservative, but I do like the approach here of lane 7 of Christ College. They're just saying, hey, we're going to take it out there. We're going to empower ourselves. We're going to put some pressure on and just test to see whether there are any mental frailties in these more favoured crews. So, through 500 metres, the Maadi Cup of 2023, one of the great races is well and truly underway.
Yeah, and the stern pair there of the Christ College crew medalled in the under-18 pair, so there's pedigree there. They've raced hard. The rest, though, should be fairly fresh for this race because Christ College, just like Hamilton Boys, they do target the under-18 8.
Well, St Bede's now starting to make their move in second place. The school out of the South Island. They'll know that they'll want to get in front of Hamilton Boys. They'll want to psych them out. You've seen the St Bede's team. It is their time. Is it their year? The last time they won this, the only time they've won this race was back in 1991.
Yeah, it was before I was even born, so it's a long time ago. They'll be hungry. Dale Marr's done it before, though. He broke the drought for St Andrews College back in 2017. So he's back in Christchurch with the St Bede's crew, and they are starting to edge away from Christ College, but also taking a look from the red and black quarters of Hamilton Boys from just up the road. They too are walking through Westlake and putting their name out there.
So it is now the two big schools. Hamilton Boys have decided that St Bede's have decided to go, and Hamilton Boys have said we'll go too. So the two big schools starting to go toe to toe, and here in lane 7 still performing brilliantly is Christ College. Westlake now maybe just struggling a little bit with the fast start across there in lane 2, but it is game on as we come through the 1,000 metres. races halfway through this race.
And we've got to say that it was the two red and blacks. They were the favourite, Hamilton and Beads, and they're starting to show their class now. While we settle into it, the hardest part of the race, the middle K, this is where the true contenders start to play their cards. Here we go.
You cannot underestimate just how much hurt. There are bonfires in the legs. They are literally breathing razor blades at this point. It is about mental fortitude. It's about belief. Going back to those good days, we know what we're capable of, but also understanding the bad days came because of the sheer volume of training. It's a titanic battle. It is St. Bede's here in 5. It is the might of Hamilton Boys High School across there in lane 3.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Hamilton boys are renowned big-time racers, and they do have a fantastic last 500, so watch the boys from Waikato.
Let's have a look at the form, the contrasting form of both boats. Alex Kennedy, are you seeing anybody waver here?
No, this is the tippy top of under-18 sweep, so there's no... Like, they've got their own styles, yes, but there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. You see Hamilton boys have a triple tandem there in their boat, really aggressive off the front. Boys, St. Bede's really long, got a nice hang through their bodies and finishing off. Great rhythm from St. Bede's, and they're actually moving away a little bit more now.
So it is St. Bede's, Matthew Glenn, Josh Hamer, Luke McBride, Peter Guerra, Luke Hickling, Sam Earl, Thomas Woodgate, Sam Woodgate, Max Walsh, the Cox, looking to try and create some history.
Hamilton boys, they have a massive gear change traditionally in the last 5, so we'll watch what they can play. Can Cameron Nada, the coxswain there, he's super experienced. Can he get the boys rolled up and rocking home?
Well, so Hamilton now start to make their charge. You heard it from Alex Kennedy. They've decided to take it up another gear. But here comes St. Bede's. They react as well. This is just a street fight. This is two great warriors just locked in a duel. Who's prepared to suffer the most? Who wants this Maadi Cup the most? They know what's at stake. St. Bede's, it's been since 1991. What a moment for them if they could grab the great race.
Some of these boys in the Beads crew unfortunately got run down in the 17.4 this morning. Are they going to have PTSD from that? 250 to run. Can they hold on? What have Hamilton boys got there? Here comes their gear change. Here comes the charge from the Mulu men from down the road. Here comes Hamilton boys.
So Hamilton boys across in 3. It's 5. It's St. Bede's. There's a canvas in it, but Hamilton have got the momentum. Have they got the shift? Here we go. It is still St. Bede's. Haven't won it since 91. The 11-time winners start to throw everything at
Under
100. A crowd of 10,000 stand and wait. Are we watching one of the great races in the history of the Maadi Cup? St. Bede's. Here come Hamilton boys. There is nothing in it.
Be on the line.
There's a bell ball in it. They're going to go down. Oh, let's go to the photo. We can't pick it, ladies and gentlemen. We can't pick it. I think Hamilton think they've got it. One of the great races in the 76th edition. Who has taken it?
They surge together on the line. What a finish. Cameron Nada stands up, but I'm not as confident as he is. They definitely had the momentum running over the line. We're going to have to go to the results. We're going to have to wait here. Holy cow.
Oh, the adrenaline. I've seen some great things in sport in my time. This is right up there.
That might be the closest finish I've ever seen in a Maadi Cup. I've seen some close ones. The 09 Maadi Cup comes to mind with Hamilton boys running down Westlake, but nothing like that drawing over the line together. That's going to be half a width of a bow ball.
And it is Hamilton by the looks of it. Looking from the reaction, I think Hamilton boys realise they've won it. They've won it. They've won their 12th. They've gone back to back. Look at the delight. What a performance. And there it is. St. Bede's! St. Bede's! Oh! St. Bede's have got it! 5:42.17. So we thought Hamilton had got it, but it's St. Bede's. St. Bede's have won their second. Oh, no way. So clearly, it is St. Bede's who have won it. That is remarkable. So we put you wrong. We looked at the emotion of the crews. St. Bede's since 93 and since 1991 have added their second.
5:42. It's a record for the under 18A.
Unbelievable.
That is unreal.
Wow.
Those are relatively flat conditions.
There it is. Look at the time.
5/100th of a second.
Westlake boys in third. Well done to them. Everybody. I don't think anybody truly understands. I still don't think they believe. They have got it. See, they've just realised. They thought they were second. What a moment. These young men etched their name in the rich history of St. Bede's. They've created a legacy for future teams. Matthew Glenn, Josh Hamer, Luke McBridie, Bede Guerra, Luke Hickling, Sam Earl, Thomas Woodgate, Sam Woodgate, Max Walsh the Cox, their coach Dale Mayer. That is one of the great races. Wow!
The Triple Crown complete for the under-18 sweep events for Bedes. They win the Spring under-18 pair. Luke Hickling and Matt Glenn. They win the Springbok Shield with the Woodgate brothers and Hickling and Glenn. And they get the big prize at the end of the day. They get the Maadi Cup. That's the closest and best race I've seen ever for the Maadi Cup. Holy hell.
Thoroughly deserved. You've been brilliant throughout this regatta. That was tough. That was tenacious.